EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Washington Commanders.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their sixth quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Play action. Stroud now.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Texans.
And Stroud now to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
A gain of 7.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
So they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And this time he is in.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Got his man, Dell. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Texans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
First down, Houston.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Caught left side. Here's Dell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard.
Stroud out of the gun here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fairbairn down for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Texans 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Robinson here. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
He's brought down at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now Daniels.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
3rd and 2.
To number 89. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Daniels looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
first and 10, it's Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 2.
Second down at their 49-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
Washington first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing now is Daniels.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's
Here's Daniels.
And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A pickup of 2.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 14.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
It's a loss of a yard.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mixing up the middle.
Quan Martin there on the tackle.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the Texans first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. They begin the drive with Robinson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Will Anderson on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. To the air goes Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Christian Kirk deep to return it. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He puts it on the ground.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside handoff to Mixon. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
13 yards. First down, Houston.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Stroud. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. They go play action. Daniels.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he lost the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now a give, right side. Turpin. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
For a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
2nd down and 3.
To Zach Ertz. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Commanders. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Kevontae Turpin from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Texans
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Stroud. That's complete to Dell. 3rd and 3.
complete to Tank Dell. It's a gain of 8.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Daniels.
This one complete to Nicole Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Washington 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lane. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 10 yards.
Back to throw again. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A gain of 7.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that maybe they were a yard. That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Final play of the half, Stroud. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coach coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got his man, Okonkwo. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Daniels looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the slant, he's got Hardman. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Texans offense now. Readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Looking to put a drive together. Stroud looking to throw. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a give to Mixon. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Taken down at the 41. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Texans.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Got his man down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Texans first down.
Mixon will try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Stroud. Open. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. To start it out, Robinson. Now, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
To throw is Daniels. Catch is made by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Daniels. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Intended for Debo.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Kamari Lassiter on the coverage.
To the air goes Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Mecole Hardman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And Stroud now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
That's another Washington Commanders.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Handoff now to Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll go down, and that will do it. Third quarter of action. Back now here on EA. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
38, Texans 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are in. A victory here for the Commanders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, They'll have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Washington, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire